Welcome back to Living Local. From sharing stages with artists like Celine Dion and Stevie Wonder to even performing for the Emmy Awards, professional violinist and Iowa native Lisa Donlinger has seen major musical success. And she's also a former Miss Iowa with a great love of the Iowa Hawkeyes, go Hawks here, which is why she's making a stop here in the Midwest today. So joining us here in studio, we have Lisa herself. And so what brings you to the area today, Lisa?
Yeah, well, there's a big Hawkeye game tonight, right? Iowa versus Michigan State. And there's going to be some jersey retirement ceremonies going on, one of which is Luka Garza, which I know people are going to be really excited about. And I'm good friends with his family. And so his father, Frank Garza, invited me to come play the National Anthem. So I'm really excited to share the National Anthem with all the Hawk fans tonight.
Oh, that will be such a good time. And you have appointed yourself, in a way, to be the official violinist of the Iowa Hawkeyes. You know, we're going to actually take a listen to exactly why that is the case. Okay, so this is the Iowa fight song for those who don't know. I'm like playing the lyrics in my head to this. Right. But how did you decide to actually cover this on, and then you posted it on Twitter, right?
I did, yeah. So the video started actually after 2015 when the Hawkeye football team had their unbeaten season. And I thought, okay, I need to do something really cool for them. So I did Back in Black, but I only put it on YouTube. I put it on my YouTube channel. And then I just kept thinking of different things I could do for them. I rewrote the lyrics to the 12 Days of Christmas and did that.
Yes.
Then the next thing I did was a fight song. But one thing I was doing wrong was I kept putting it only on YouTube and putting the link, so people weren't clicking on the link. So I thought, what if I just like upload it directly to Twitter? Let's see what happens. And man, okay, that was what I was missing, because everyone went crazy. And like the cool thing about it is one of my missions as a violinist has always been to share the violin can do anything. Like it doesn't matter what style. It's not just classical. Like it can be rock, hip hop, pop. Like it doesn't matter, right? So lots of people were putting comments saying, I didn't even know a violin could play a fight song. But I'm like, why not? It's the same notes. You just put it on your instrument and do it your way, right? So it kind of snowballed, and I was on a few different talk shows about it, and yeah, and then I just got this huge loyal following of people who like Hawkeye stuff on violin. So who knew?
It's a good mix of the two things.
Yeah.
Violin, Hawkeyes,
right.
Go Hawks, you can't go wrong there.
Yeah. Oh,
well,
sure.
Outside of the Hawkeyes too, you've actually seen quite a bit of success just as a musical artist. When did you first find a love for playing the violin?
I started when I was 9. I'd actually been singing for many years already. I started when I was like 3, performing as a singer. And then the violin seemed so natural since it's modeled after the human voice. And yeah, I just kept working really hard after that, and I loved it from the minute I picked it up. And my teachers were telling my mom, like, you know, you have to get into private lessons because she's like moving faster than everyone, and she's really enjoying this. So yeah.
Well, and it seems like it's worked out for you. Really, you've had some incredible moments along the way. What are some that you would say stick out to you?
Yeah, well, there's definitely some moments. So I love playing on television shows because usually there's a big live audience, and you know you're playing for millions of people, you know, around the world. So my first television big award show was the Academy of Country Music Awards, and I was playing with Martina McBride, who I'm a huge fan of. I love her voice. And I'll never forget, like, as I realized I was on TV, like, my lips started quivering. And it wasn't because I was nervous. I was just so happy, like knowing, oh my God, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I couldn't stop it, so I was just hoping the camera wouldn't see, like, just like
zooming really close.
Right. And then I would say, so that's one moment. In film scoring, I've done some really cool things. I remember I got to play in one of the Rocky movies, and to play that Rocky theme with like all those trumpets and trombones and horns, it was just like, oh my gosh. I remember looking around the studio like, I can't believe I'm playing this like live, right? And then probably another thing would be, we were recording Bridge of Spies, which is a Steven Spielberg movie. And usually in sessions, nobody's walking around because you can't make any sound once the light goes on, right? But I kept feeling someone right behind me filming. And I was like, God, why is he filming me? We're trying to recording, right? And I turned around, it was Steven Spielberg. So I didn't say anything. I didn't tell him to move. I was like, oh, if it's Steven Spielberg, I think that's probably okay.
Well, that's incredible. Oh my goodness. And you currently reside in LA. I don't think that we've said this yet. And so that is where you do the bulk of your work then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the big studio scene there. So yeah, it's just fortunate that a lot of TV and movie, although movie scores are kind of moving different places, but yeah, TV and movie stuff are happening there.
Absolutely. And you actually have had the chance to release your own album, too. How has life changed for you since you actually created that work of art to then have broadcasted everywhere?
For sure. You know, before that, I was super thankful and still thankful, like, to perform with so many major artists. And I love playing their music. It's all really wonderful. But I started to think, you know, what am I going to give to the world as an artist? You know, what's going to be my legacy? And I have kind of a crazy brain that hears melodies at the same time. So mashups really lend themselves well to my brain because I hear a melody and I think, ooh, that melody would go really well with it, and so I mash them. So Movies and the Masters is a mashup album of movie theme songs and classical music. Again, kind of bridging that gap, showing people that maybe you don't think you like classical music or you don't know, but once you hear those melodies, they're kind of a part of you and you do love them. And so I was able to record that album, and now I perform that live with symphonies. I'm going to Syracuse next month to perform with an orchestra there. And it's been great. And one thing that I added to that is something called Super T events. My son Tristan is on the autism spectrum. And so we do an extra concert for kids and families with special needs. And so we invite them to, you know, they can come to the front, because usually as a special needs parent you like sit on the aisle or you're ready to leave at any moment. So I encourage them to dress up like superheroes and come down. They can dance. I don't get distracted when I play, so they can sing, they can dance, they can yell, and just enjoy it. So it's been really, that's been a huge mission of mine.
And that's a beautiful way to take your music and do something really impactful with it.
Exactly. And I feel like I'm the person to do it because I really understand that community so intimately. And I've seen some bad moments in audiences where maybe a child or an adult makes an outburst and people get very angry with them, but it's because they're actually enjoying it. So I would never want to take that away from a child or an adult that just wanted to make a sound because they love the music. I want them to express themselves in that way.
And feel safe and comfortable and able to do that as
Exactly.
well. All right, well, best of luck tonight when you play the National
Thank you.
Anthem. I'm sure it will be wonderful. And thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Michaela.
Of course. Now you can check out Lisa's work at lisadonlinger.com, and we will also have all of those details posted over on our website too at ourquadcities.com.